Hello, welcome to Clerk of Court Live. My name is Gary Smith. I'm one of the branch court managers in the Clerk of the Circuit Court, and we're here today to discuss the upcoming expungement summit that we have going on this coming Saturday, June 2nd, 2018 at Kennedy King College at 63rd and Halsted. Today, my special guest is Miss Dawn Porter. She's an associate clerk in the Clerk of the Circuit Court, and she just happens to be the go-to person, the main person who is facilitating the expungement summit. Dawn, welcome to Clerk of Court Live.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you for that introduction, and it's my pleasure to be here today to talk about this wonderful community event, which is hosted by the Honorable Dorothy Brown, Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County. And Gary, I know that you've been on CAN TV the last couple of weeks, but I will say again, this is the 14th Annual Expungement Summit, and Clerk Brown is committed to having this event and targeting different parts of the Chicagoland area. So it's my pleasure to be here to talk about what's upcoming for this Saturday.
Thank you, Dawn. This is our last event on CAN TV for the summit. And so we would like to let everyone who's out there watching and listening that, you know, CAN TV, Clerk of the Court Live, is an interactive program. It's a call-in program where we have people to call in and join us in terms of any information that they would like to know about our upcoming expungement summit that's going on this Saturday. Our call-in number is 312-738-1060. Again, it's at the bottom of your screen. It's 312-738-1060. So Dawn, we don't have much time before the summit, and certainly not much time in this show, so we're going to get right into the particulars of the upcoming expungement and sealing summit that we have going on. When people get there on Saturday, what is it that the person who's trying to get their record expunged and obtain a second chance, what are they to expect?
Well, they should come with high expectations. We've been working very long hours and months on this particular event, and I can say that every year we build upon the services that we provide. So for this year, as always, we will have qualified attorneys from Cabrini Green Legal Clinic that will be there on site volunteering their time to meet with anyone who wants to see an attorney, to have their criminal histories reviewed. We will have judges on site, so if a person does not have the financial means to pay for the filing of a petition, they can actually complete a fee waiver petition that will be reviewed by the respective judge, and then an eligibility determination will be made. We will have an informational job forum at 11 o'clock and 2:30. We will have companies on site that are actually looking for employees. So there will be employment opportunities. We'll have vendors there that are providing a variety of information stemming from job readiness, employment, just a variety. We'll have drug testing on site. Accurate Biometrics, who has actually partnered with us for the last 3 years. They are a live scan company. So anyone who did not have an opportunity to get their rap sheet prior to the summit, they can actually do that on site this Saturday. They can actually go through the fingerprinting process, and Accurate Biometrics has agreed to waive their processing fees. So again, only for Saturday only, but you have that opportunity to have the live scan done, and then about 10 days after Saturday, the person will receive their statewide rap sheet in the mail. So then thereafter, you can go to the Daily Center or any clerk location where we process expungement and sealing petitions and actually go through the process. Clerk Brown is dedicated to bringing the summit out to targeted areas within Cook County. However, a person does not have to wait until Saturday, June 2nd, to go through the expungement sealing process. That's available Monday through Friday at the Daily Center at 26th in California and the suburban district locations. And I do believe that we have a listing of all of our court locations. So Gary, why don't we show that to our watchers so they can see where they can actually go after the summit to file their petition for sealing and or expungement.
Absolutely, Don. We appreciate that. We'd like for anyone who's interested in finding more information out about expungement of criminal records or the sealing of criminal records to contact the Clerk of the Circuit Court, the Honorable Dorothy Brown, at 50 West Washington in room, actually it's room 1006, where the criminal department is. And the criminal department is open from 8:30 to 4:30, Monday through Friday, excluding court holidays. If you'd like more information about the criminal department and the expungement process, then you may call 312-603-5031. Again, that's 312-603-5031. Okay, and we have other locations throughout Cook County. The Clerk of the Circuit Court is a county-wide agency.
Yes.
And the office at the Daily Center is in District 1, but we also have information for places where you can go and get the information about expungement or to actually file an expungement. Our criminal division is located at 2650 South California in Chicago, and that's on the 5th floor. Our domestic violence division is at 555 West Harrison in Chicago. We have our juvenile justice. It's really important too if you have juvenile cases that you can get almost all juvenile cases expunged, and you can go to our juvenile justice child protection division, which is located at 1100 South Hamilton. And again, we have we have District 2 is in Skokie. It's at 5600 Old Orchard in Skokie. District 3, which is at 2121 Euclid Avenue in Rolling Meadows. District 4 is at 1500 South Maybrook in Maywood. District 5 is at 1220 South 76th Street in 76th Avenue in Bridgeview. And District 6 is at 16501 South Kedzie Parkway in Markham. But again, if you're looking for more information about any of our locations, you can contact our main office in the criminal department, and that's at 312-603-4641. And again, that number is 312-603-4641. So after we've given that information out, Dawn, we want to get back to the expungement summit and really what we're going to do on this coming Saturday. I mean, we're really excited.
Yes, we are.
And you've put a lot of work, and you and a lot of our diligent staff members have put a lot of work into making this the biggest and the best expungement summit that we've had in the 14 years that we've been doing this. So can you give us, and can you elaborate more about when a person comes to the summit? You told us a lot about the resources that we have available. When a person comes to the summit, first of all, what should they bring with them, and what should they expect is going to happen when they come to the expungement summit on Saturday?
Thank you for that question, Gary, which is an excellent question because we want you to be prepared And because of the fact, if you come prepared, the attorneys are more, they're in a better position to make a determination as to your eligibility criteria. So for this year, we've done a lot of marketing in terms of just stressing the importance of customers bringing their rap sheets. The rap sheets can be obtained from the Chicago Police Department as well as any live scan vendor. And I do know that at this point, in order to have had your rap sheet for the summit on Saturday, you would have had to gone to CPD yesterday. But again, don't be discouraged by that. Come and listen to all of the information that is available. But for those of you that are coming and you have your rap sheets, you will have an opportunity to hear a presentation in the morning from Clerk Dorothy Brown along with our partners. We'll have individuals from the Public Defender's Office, State's Attorney's Office, the Illinois Prisoner Review Board, just to name a few. And after that presentation, then individuals will be dispersed to various service areas. We will have the Illinois State Appellate Defender's Office. So if people have charges that are outside of Cook County, we will have attorneys on site that will be able to review those and help them file a petition or prepare a petition. We have Illinois Legal Aid Online. They will be there to assist those individuals that have 2 or less cases. So individuals will have an opportunity to file the petitions themselves, or they can meet face-to-face with an attorney, one of the volunteer attorneys that will be supervised by the Cabrini Green Legal Clinic. And again, I spoke about the fee waiver. They'll have that opportunity to go before a judge. So if the person goes through all of these processes and the reviewing attorney makes a determination of expungement and or sealing, you will be able to file your petition on site that day. We're basically uplifting the clerk's office from our various court locations and bringing it to Kennedy King, who has partnered with us this year. So we have been approved by Chief Judge Timothy Evans for Saturday to be an official court day. So we will have official court business on Saturday. So people should come with full expectations, Gary. And again, some people will be leaving on Saturday having successfully filed their expungement petition and or sealing, which is the beginning of the process because there's still notice requirements. Once the petition is filed, the clerk's office has the responsibility to send that to the arresting agency, the Illinois State Police, the State's Attorney's Office, and then there's a review process. But provided that all of that goes well, then depending upon the time frame, that person's record may be expunged and or sealed.
And that's great, Dawn. I really appreciate that's a lot of information you're giving us. Again, I'd like to let our listening audience know that this is the Clerk of Court Live.
Yes.
And again, this is an interactive program. We'd like for you to call in at 312-738-1060. And if you have questions, I know you may not have an issue in regard to a need for expungement, but you may have a family member or a friend who is in need of this information. So again, we'd like to give you this information and let you know that the Expungement Summit, again, is Saturday, June 2nd, 2018, Kennedy King College, and that's at 6343 South Halsted in Building W, like Win, Building W, Chicago, Illinois. And we'd like for you to get there early and be able to come and spend as much time as you can. We'd like for you to maybe spend the whole day with us getting your expungement information taken care of, being able to take advantage of the full resources that we have available, and just to let you know that the Clerk of the Circuit Court is here for you to give you information that you may need for that second chance.
Absolutely, and it's all about second chances, Gary. You know, sadly, individuals who have criminal records actually are prevented from doing many things. You are prevented from often getting a loan, employment opportunities, applying to college, and in some states, not Illinois, but you're not even able to adopt a baby if you have a criminal record. So there's a lot of collateral just issues as a result of having the criminal history. So, you know, this event is about just educating yourself, finding out what you're available. There's going to be a variety of resources there. And come, you know, just come and meet people, come and network, find out about the process, and we're ready to receive, you know, many people. Again, we've been working months on this, and I'd like to acknowledge Kennedy King College, who agreed to partner with us this year. It's a wonderful facility. It's located, you know, right in the heart of Chicago, and we're hoping that a lot of the neighborhood people come out, as well as surrounding Cook County. You know, even though we're in the city of Chicago this year, we hope that people throughout Cook County take advantage of the services that will be available, because it is a full service summit. If you have a juvenile record that's haunting you, we ask that you come out. We will have individuals that specifically will review that information. So again, it's going to be a wonderful day. People start lining up as early as 6 a.m.
That's right.
In years past, and you know, we start processing. So as soon as they start lining up, you'll be given an intake card with certain information, and then we actually start the processing. So the official hours of the summit are 8:30 to 6. And the doors do not close until 6 p.m. And Clerk Dorothy Brown is committed to servicing everyone who walks through the door that day.
That's great. And all roads lead to Kennedy King College Saturday, June 2nd. We hope to see you there. Now, Dawn, we've been doing these expungement summits for the last 14 years.
Yes, we have, Gary.
You know, and there's been a lot of dynamic and exciting changes that have happened with the laws in the state of Illinois that allow people to access the expungement and sealing laws that weren't available to us when we first started this expungement session. Do you mind elaborating a little? Because some people, a person who may have came last year and they may have thought, well, I'm not eligible for expungement, will be pleasantly surprised to learn that this year they might be eligible for an expungement.
Yeah.
So would you mind elaborating a little on that for us?
And that's a very good point. I'm glad that you raised that, Gary. Yes, over the years, the expungement sealing laws have expanded to the benefit of the citizens of Illinois. And what has happened, the sealing laws have expanded so that almost every conviction may be sealed with the exception of 4. So let me see, I'm going to test myself here. DUIs are never expungible. Criminal sexual assaults, abuse against animals, and there's another one that escapes me. But again, there's only 4 exceptions. So again, if you previously applied and were not eligible, then we encourage you to come back on Saturday, meet with an attorney, and have he or she review your information, and you may be pleasantly surprised that you're able to have something, a misdemeanor conviction, subsequently sealed.
That's great. And, you know, we want to be able to let the people know that, you know, changes have, you know, are made, and that it's quite possible for you to come and be able to get your record expunged. Yes. And get a second chance.
Yes.
We really, you know, with the amount of time that we have left, you know, can you let us know what's in store, you know, other than expungement? I mean, not just what's in store, but if the person goes through the expungement process and they get their paperwork filed, what if they're unable to pay the fee for an expungement?
Yes. So what will happen after the attorney reviews the paperwork, the attorney will ask the customer, are you able to file today? Mm-hmm. And then he or she will ask, are you able to pay? And if the person responds no, then the customer will be escorted to our 298 processing area. They will complete an affidavit. With the assistance, we have some volunteers from Roosevelt University this year that will be working with the customers to complete their affidavit, and that will be given to a judge, a hearing judge, specifically there that day to review those fee waivers, and then if all of the criteria is in place and met, the judge could very well make the determination that the filing fees are waived. So that in that instance, the customer is able to file on site. So truly life-changing opportunities. Every year we add on additional services, and I would say we've had the judges for the last 3 years, but it's been a great addition to the summit. The live scan vendor, Accurate Biometrics, again, this is their 3rd year being with us, so we try to be very inclusive to make it just as easy as possible for the customers when they come out to the summit so that they truly benefit from this opportunity. And I just want to speak again about the importance of having the rap sheets. Again, we this year we've been pushing that because the rap sheet helps the attorney make the full determination as to the person's eligibility, and having that information, it's a complete history. So that the attorney doesn't have to file a subsequent petition or an amendment. If that rap sheet is available, then it makes it easier, and it's just a quicker, cleaner process for the customer.
Okay, again, you with the Clerk of Court Live. Again, this is a call-in show. It's an interactive show. We'd like for you to call in 312-738-1060. And we seem to have a caller right now.
Okay.
Caller, welcome to Clerk of Court Live. What's your question?
Thank you for taking my call. Yes, I do have a question. I'm assuming that juvenile expungements are part of this summit?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Are there fees for juvenile expungements?
Dawn?
Yes, yes, and I do believe there are filing fees.
My understanding is that you don't have to pay for a juvenile petition.
I apologize.
And we apologize. My understanding is that juvenile petitions can be filed for free.
Oh, so that is a change from last year, right?
Okay.
Okay, because I know they did used to be fees, so that's a good thing.
Okay, and
Right.
we will make sure that that's correct. We'll get back to you, because my understanding is that juvenile petition. I've worked my entire career in the criminal department,
Okay.
but we do advocate for everyone who has a juvenile
Yes.
record, to come to get their juvenile records expunged. We have a whole section
Dedicated.
Okay.
just to juvenile
Yes.
petitions. So,
Okay, I just wanted to check. And, if your child is still a minor, can the parent of the juvenile try to obtain the expungement for the juvenile, or does the juvenile have to be part of it during every step of the way?
and that's a very good question. If the juvenile is still a minor, it's important for the parent to be there, because you have to go through the similar process as you do for adults, and you have to obtain their rap sheet, and there's a process that they go through. And so if they're still a juvenile, it would be exceptionally helpful if the parent or the guardian is there to assist them with this process.
Okay, well, that's good information, too. I do have another question, if it's okay, or do you have other callers?
Oh, no, go right ahead.
Go right ahead.
Oh, thank you.
you.
Now, I know that, at the summit, expungements and sealings are possibilities, but if you don't qualify for either of those, do you have alternatives?
That's a very good question, ma'am. Dawn, would you like to address that issue?
I will do that, and thank you, caller, for that. We have also what is called the Room of Hope, and the Room of Hope specifically is geared around alternative forms of relief, because we do know there are a group of individuals that do not qualify for expungement and or sealing. So again, we will have the Illinois Prisoner Review Board there. They will be discussing clemency application. We'll also have individuals from Cabrini Green Legal Aid that will be talking about the various petitions that are available and certificates.
Right.
So yes, we have a particular section that is specifically dedicated to alternative forms of relief, and there are going to be seminars throughout the day. So again, people may be sent to multiple service areas.
Absolutely.
They may not be eligible for expungement or sealing, but again, we'll have services available to assist almost everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, caller. You know, we'd like to just say to you that our expungement summit is just one of the things that the clerk of the circuit court does. And one of the things that we're working on now is that we have an e-filing program coming up. Dawn, can you give us 30 seconds on e-filing and where we are with?
Yes, well, the Illinois Supreme Court has mandated that e-filing be available to customers, and our date is July 1st, 2018. The clerk's office has already had e-filing since 2009. But we'll have a different vendor. The Illinois Supreme Court has mandated that we have one e-filing vendor, and that is eFile Illinois. We're working towards compliance of that, and that will encompass all civil areas of law for e-filing. So we're working hard on that for our customers, and we are looking forward to the rollout date. And again, just another great service available to the citizens of Cook County, done on behalf of the Honorable Dorothy Brown, Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County.
Thank you very much for that, Dawn. Well, on behalf of the Clerk of the Circuit Court, Ms. Dorothy Brown, we'd like to thank you, Dawn, for being our guest today. You have been very insightful and enlightening. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We look forward, to seeing you on Saturday, June 2nd at
come out at 6 o'clock in the morning. We'll be ready to receive you.
At Kennedy, I was going to say Olive Poverty, but at Kennedy King College at 63rd and Halsted. So on behalf of the Clerk of the Circuit Court of Cook County, we'd like to thank you for listening to the Clerk of the Court Live. Thank you very much. You all have a great day.
Good night. See you on Saturday.